we've done. You just are either running to yourself, the way that you track numbers are running, or you're only doing it with people you know, which doesn't make you salesperson. It just means like, yeah, cool, good for you, awesome. You're never gonna have it with so that's just what it is. I'm not 100%. Well, we need to get that up. 15 contacts, a phone call, one appointment. Thank you. One closing. Cool. Let's go. If you guys are on IG, put the chat happening. So, who was on the call yesterday with us? Who did the breathing exercise with me yesterday? We're going to do it again. We're going to do it again. So some of you are
recording in progress.
Super uncomfortable, and I don't mind. Some of you are going to choose to turn off your cameras and not participate, and I don't mind. Some of you are going to play full out, and your lives will change. And I'm in for all of that. You do what your level of comfort is. But what we're going to do is we're going to take our hands up, right? Because we want to learn how to control. We want to learn how to create energy at any time, anywhere, any place. And we want to be able to move stale energy through our body. So you guys can go look up Tony Robbins priming anywhere online. There's hundreds of videos. His normal priming session is 12 to 15 minutes, depending on which one you want. But you're going to take your hands at your shoulders, and you're going to push them to the air. And when you're up at the air, you're going to grab the energy and you're going to bring it down. Okay, now there's a breath that's associated with this. All right? The breath that's associated is when your hands go up, you take a breath in. When your hands go down, snot out of your nose. It's a big push of energy. If you're driving, don't do this. This is only for people not driving. Don't try to do one-handed crazy stuff. Y'all don't be like, just pull over or do it later. All right. So if you're driving right now, don't do this. All right. We're going to do 3 sets of 15. Okay. So I'll show you guys how we do it, and then you do it with me. All right. So I'm going to go up, close my hands, fists down. When I go up, now you can breathe in through your mouth or you can breathe in through your nose, whichever is more comfortable. So we're going to do 3 sets of 15. At the end of the third round, right? You guys are overachieving over there. Look at you guys. I didn't even start yet. I didn't even say start. Look at you guys go. Look at you guys go. Amazing. Don't stop on my behalf. Don't stop because of me. On the end of the third round, we're going to close our eyes. We're going to feel our body, kind of put our hands on our heart, close our eyes, and just let the tingling or whatever sensations rock through your body. Again, if you're driving, don't do this. All right? If you're driving, don't do this. Let me get a little music in the background. Little 528, little healing music in the background. All right, so hands up. All right, if you're driving, don't do this. Now, hands at your shoulders. Hands at your shoulders. Sorry. Look at you guys. You guys are good. I like this. All right. On the count of start, we're going to go 15 reps. Then we're going to stop for 5 seconds, 15. Stop for 5 seconds, 15. Hands on our heart. Ready, start. Start. Stop. cardio a little bit more. Some of us are sweating a little bit. That's awkward. Appreciate yourself for being here. Appreciate yourself for showing up for the future self. Appreciate yourself for not being average. Appreciate yourself for being the work. Appreciate yourself for all that you've done. Back to yourself. Wrists. Up, so up, up, yeah, let's get started. Anybody want to share what you kind of feel right now? Oh, okay.
Just feel more at peace. Yeah,
Anybody
less,
feel
less.
Anybody feel weird? Anybody like, thank God I'm in my living room and not in an office? There's all 7 people around us. They've given up on it. They just consider it crazy in there. Yeah, little anxiety disappears. That nervousness around the holiday disappears. When you do weird stuff with your body, you are a beautiful kid. It's funny because all of a sudden you're like, oh, I only care about somebody rejecting me. What's up, Thomas? Don't I see you? Sit your ass down and get to work, bro. We want to see you on camera, Obi.
He's logging in. He's logging in.
Okay. You stop worrying about certain things because at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is the relationship. The better relationship you have with you, the better relationship you have with the world, the better you perform, the more you show up for yourself, the more you show up for others. This is a format to show up for yourself. And so, keep doing it. Keep doing it. Yeah, it's okay. Dude, she goes to freaking Joe Dispenza with you and lays down on the ground with 1,100 other people and like has a mini orgasm panic attack in the middle of like 1,000 people after she does her breath work. Like, it's totally fine. Like, if those people cared more about what other people thought, they would lose the opportunity to have the best experiences in their life. And that's what we have to work on, is letting go of our ego to let ourselves shine the brightest way possible. So, with that being said, I had a couple of questions before we jump into it, and we might not get into what we're supposed to talk about today, and it's totally fine. But I had some questions from your tribe leaders about how do we convert these conversations that we're having on the phone into text messages. Anybody wondering how to do that? Because we don't need to talk about, oh gosh. So hard. So put your hands down, you guys. We're done with the exercise. You guys are throwing me off my game here. Okay. So let's think about it. What's the purpose of a phone call? You just shout it out. What's the purpose of a phone call?
Conversation. Information. Connect directly with the person.
So many different answers here. To gather information about the overarching goal, right? What's the reason behind why they're looking for a home? So really, like, what we're doing on a phone call is we're trying to capture information. And the more we can get into their overarching goal and probing and clarifying, the more opportunities we have for what? Appointment.
First,
Yeah. If we don't get that stuff, what happens? It's not that we're not. Go ahead.
We lose.
Well, it's not that we're going to lose 100%. It's just that it might take longer in the process, right? We might slow down our ability to connect with people. So like I have a guy, right? So our team reached out to this guy reached out February 11th. And he said, watch your training on open houses in school. Would it be crazy to think you could share the document with me that you're using? Let's see, that was February 11th. We have an autoresponder. Our autoresponder said, hey, join our school portal. He said, we really try to respond as soon as, but since we don't use bots. Okay, so then he had an autoresponder to my autoresponder. And I said, then one of my team members on February 11th said, sure, what was helpful about the training? He says, having completed NEPQ 3.0, I appreciate your approach. The trouble I had with the program, NEPQ, was that the calls and trainings were not very helpful to converting real estate. I can attest to that. I've been through NEPQ, and I want my agents to adopt the open house approach you put together. Cool. Sounds like having, so now one of my team members responded 45 minutes later. Sounds like having something more personalized to real estate is going to push the ball forward. Another autoresponder for him. And then my team member reached out to him. Would it be helpful if we could jam sometime about any possible hidden gaps in your sales script that's costing you sales? Would that help your agents? Now, the guy that's in my DMs has been through NEPQ, but he didn't go back up and read what the guy was looking for. So then the guy reiterates, I'm aware of the script and where it goes. I was asking about the document. If not, that's okay. Possibly later we can discuss the entire program, right? Everybody wants free shit, right? Like everybody wants the free stuff. Well, you already paid $8,000 for NEPQ. Why don't you just ask them to help you? Because it doesn't work. I know, because it's hard, but he wants the free stuff, right? So here's what I'm going to do in real time, right? Here's what I'm going to say to him. Hey man, it's Vikram. You've been talking to one of my team members. Yeah, dude, I totally understand. NEPQ, awesome for people like me because I'm selling high ticket. Horrible for people like you because would you agree that real estate is completely different of a beast than selling to a high ticket? And what works really well, like the tonality still transfers, the curiosity transfers, right? But like trying to create your own script, it's kind of like Boeing planes, right? Like you're trying to create the script while your flight's in the air. And you're trying to teach your agents exactly what to say and not say. But would you agree that it takes more than a script to implement? Because like, yes, I might be able to share the document with you. I mean, typically we only give that to our private clients because as you can tell, there's a lot of work that went into it. And I think you can appreciate that because you've gone through NEPQ. But I guess like, would it be helpful if we could jam and kind of talk about what you're actually looking for? Are you like looking for just a script, or are you looking to make more money, help your agents with a better quality of life? Like, what is it that you're actually looking to help them do? And yes, I NEPQ'd you. Okay. A lot of questions. So I call it the sandwich. Question, info, question, right? Question, info, question. So what is an example that you guys are looking for some help in booking appointments or having conversations with people in your DMs? Don't worry about NEPQ. You don't need to worry about it. It's a training that we both did. It's not going to work for you guys. You don't need to do it. I've already been through it. I've already spent the $30,000. I have taken all the good things that works for realtors out of it. I even wrote a whole script for NEPQ for realtors, and I had Sharon look it over, and we both laughed. And he's like, how much time did you put into this? I said, you don't want to know. He's like, dude, you already know what works. I was like, I know. He's like, you're an idiot. I was like, thank you, Sharon. I love you too. He's like, go back to what works and stop trying to reinvent wheels. And I was like, fair enough. And that was 3 years ago. So it's like LP Mama. It's shit that doesn't work for realtors. So did you guys see question, sandwich, meet, question? You can't just answer a question. Can I give you the script? I mean, yes, I can give it to you, but why would I want to? What is the benefit for me? Nothing. He doesn't care about me. his last text message said F off. Either give me something for free or like I'm not interested. Well, you already got the training for free. Why don't you just go rip it off, duplicate it, spend 19 hours copying it word for word and put it together? Well, because he doesn't have the time for it. So think about it. When your prospects reach out to you, what are we trying to collect from? What are we trying to get? Right? So give me an example so I can help you.
They're trying to get a showing.
Okay, maybe that's what you're trying to get or that's what they're trying to get.
It depends, but it depends what the lead is. Excuse me. But usually they're trying to get a showing and we're trying to get a client, right?
Yeah, exactly. Let's focus in, you guys, on social media leads, because that's what, Corey, right now what people are asking me a lot about and asking the tribe leaders is how do we use the TRIZ method inside of a DM? So I need a little bit more context, Rambo.
Yes, for me, I get a lot of leads. I post home tours and say DM me for more information. They will say, hey, where is this house situated and how much is it? And I tell them, I'll send them usually a YouTube video as a follow-up for more details. And I usually ask, what more questions do you have about the house, or are you looking in this particular area, or anything? Are you open to other areas?
And are we doing voice or are we doing text?
Text.
Okay. How is your response rate? Are you tracking?
I'm not tracking.
Let's start tracking. So from
Okay.
here on out, I want you to track how many messages you send.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to track how many people open and read and how many people respond and how many appointments you book and how many people show to the bookings. Same thing you do for a call, but I want you to do with DMs.
Sounds good.
Because what we also want to figure out is what is the opener that works and what isn't. Right?
Okay.
So like I would just create a drop-down menu and just have like your openers, right? Because you probably have saved replies in your DMs, right?
Yes.
So you're just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, right? So have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9. Because what we want to see is what the right recipe is of combinations, right? What we're doing in sales is it's a combination. It's not a one size fits all. And so when you're reaching out to them, right, the first thing you say is what?
Hey, thanks for asking more information on this one. Here is a long form video that goes at length about the house.
Okay.
And I'll send them my YouTube video so that they will hear me talking for 15 minutes.
Okay.
And then I'll ask for a follow-up question on, hey, are you open for any other areas? Why did you like this house? Or what are the things that prompted you to reach out to me for this particular house? I'll mix them up, the last question.
So let's have one question that's a sorting question that we use for 5 people, then another one for 5 people, and another one for 5 people. Because what we want to do is figure out what the open rate and what the response rate for each one is. So like one type of sorting question is, so you're doing new construction mainly tours, correct?
Yep.
So the first sorting question is I'm going to just throw these out there and then we can organize it. Are you looking only for new construction or are you open to remodels as well?
Writing them down.
Number 2 is what was it about this home that attracted your eye? What was it about this home that made you want to reach out today?
Yep.
Number 3 is probably a voice memo.
Okay.
To the game plan frame. Hey, Rambo, sounds like you're looking for new construction in the blank area that has XYZ, whatever the home features are. And I'm not quite sure if you know what it takes or if you're even local to this area. It looks like on your Instagram. Now you do a little research. Looks on your Instagram like you might be transplanting in. Is that what most of your clients are?
Yes, most of them are coming out of town or recently moved to Austin.
You guys, I don't know his market, but I just know demographics, right? So when people say like demographics, like I know he's in Austin, new construction. I know what kind of people look at new construction in Austin, right? Tech people that want a brand new home, that it's cheaper to buy new construction there than it was to buy a resale in San Francisco, Seattle, New Jersey. And so it's super easy to just build the flow. Hey, I'm not quite sure if this would help you. I know I'm just kind of random dude on the internet wearing a headband. But if you'd find it helpful, because buying a home in Austin is kind of different than buying homes in other areas. It looks like you might be a transplant. What we could do as a possible next step is put some time aside on our calendars where I can walk you through like the differences between the Austin market and like some of the other bigger metropolitans like San Francisco, Seattle, New Jersey, whatever your feeder markets are. And you could go to realtor.com and go to the research to see what the big feeder market, you already know though, because you know your market, but for the other people, you can see what your feeder markets are and then see what happens. Because what I could do is I could just drop my link below and you could find a time on your calendar that works for you.
Yep.
You wait for the response, you drop your link in, a calendar link, Calendly, you drop your link in. If they don't book 12 to 24 hours later, or actually first thing I say is after I drop my link, I'm just trying to think of my flow. I haven't been in my DMs for a while. What you say inside of your your DM after you drop your Calendly is, oh, and hey, I'm not super techie, but I'm great at videos and selling real estate. After you book, would you just respond that the link worked? Because sometimes it breaks and I need my tech guy to fix it. Now, if you're dealing with Indians, because you know who they are, because you can see their profile, hey, I'm not as techie as probably you are. So after you book, just let me know that the link worked.
Sounds good.
And then if they don't respond, right, 24 hours later, it's a super simple like, hey, I'm sure you're super busy with life. I just wanted to bump this up because, and now you give a market stat at another short video on another neighborhood in the area.
Okay.
If they don't respond to that, send a funny meme.
Yep. I'm gonna go back to the recording and try to take more notes.
Yeah.
Slow this down.
Shotgun here, you guys. This is a shotgun.
Yes.
This is a shotgun.
Yep.
Helpful, everybody. Right? All you do is take the same exact approach. Right? A little bit of information, 1 to 3 text messages back and forth, and then hit them with the voice memo with the game plan frame. And what happens is you get really good at the game plan frame, and you see what works with your people. Because like there's no point in doing social if you're not going to take. Now, Rambo, new follower. What do you do?
I used to send them a follow-up message for thanks for following. Hope my content adds value to you. Reach out to me if you have any questions. I'm always a text away. Okay. I used to do that.
Let's upgrade that a bit. You're doing the work. Let's just make it more. The reason you stopped is probably because you weren't getting as many responses as you wanted, or you're getting too many responses.
I was getting too many followers at some point, and I stopped doing it.
Okay, so you can get a VA to do this for you, but here's what you do, right? You guys can get a VA, Philippines, South America, $4 to $10, super inexpensive. If you guys need a VA company, let me know. My friend runs a good one, and they do the management hiring and all that stuff. When you reach out to somebody, text like you're a 13-year-old. So it's going to be multiple texts. Hey, Rambo, wanted to virtually shake your hand and say nice to meet you. Because a follower to me I treat as a new friend, something like that. Third message. Was it my bandana or whatever you call the thing around your head? It's a bandana, I think, or whatever. Was it the bandana or was it the content that made you want to follow me? We love the bandana, whatever, but the headband, was it the headband or was it the content? Always the thing you want them to focus on goes second.
Yes.
Okay. That always goes second. So was it the bandana or was it the headband, the content that made you want to follow me today? No, the headband's funny, but we love your content. You seem like you really know what's going on. What's changing? Has something changed in your world that you're following an agent in Austin in the ATX named Rambo? Let me know. So you could either automate this through a VA. You could probably do a ManyChat, right? But ManyChat is triggered. ManyChat's triggered by them responding to something.
Yes.
So they would have to respond to a CTA, which you might not have in every video, or people aren't always utilizing in every video.
Yep.
But if you can reach out to everybody, or at least most people, right? And if you don't have a lot of time, just do all of that, what I said, in a voice memo. Hey, Diana, it's Rambo. Hey, I just appreciate the follow. I appreciate the follow. I always think it's kind of like it's like a virtual handshake. I always want to say thank you to as many people that, take time out of their life to follow me. I was curious, was it the headband or was it the content that made you hit the follow button? And now you have them in conversation. And you'll probably get I think on a good month, we get like a 30% response rate off the first run. So in a given month, we bring in about 150 new people. If I just went into my DMs more, I'd be able to book at a 150, 30% response rate. That's 45 new people. 45 new people. If you get a 25% appointment book rate, that's 45 times 25. What's the math on that? That's about 17. 17 with a 50% close rate. I could sell 13 people a month out of my DMs without having to spend a single dollar if I just had somebody in my DMs every day.
That strategy you just shared was for followers though, right? Not for the DM?
I gave you guys two. So the first one was if somebody is in convert. So first one is if somebody DMs you. So Rambo's got if you guys don't follow Rambo's stuff, you're crazy. I don't know the production value of it. If you're getting professionals or if you're doing it with an iPhone.
All iPhone and gimbal, man.
That's what I thought.
And one drone just to pique interest.
You guys he's not putting a lot of dollars behind it. He probably spent $1,000 on audio stuff and a gimbal, probably a DJI gimbal, right? So he probably has got about $1,000, maybe $1,500 into his equipment, which isn't that crazy. It's when you look at the content, it doesn't feel super high production value, but it's very valuable, right? It's just a nice camera. It's smooth. It's clean. It's funny. There's jokes. He cracks things, right? My guy who didn't even know you were a client was like, hey, have you seen this guy Rambo in Texas and stuff? And I'm like, yeah, it's good, isn't it? He's like, dude, it's so simple. And that's why it works, I think, because you're meeting people kind of where they're at in the world, right? Buying a home's already complex. They don't want to be necessarily made, they just want to see pretty shit. So Rambo, do me a favor, drop your chat in the chat, drop your IG. Hit him with the follow, you guys. Support each other. You guys should follow each other. You guys should hit each other with likes. You guys should hit each other with shares. You guys should hit each other with comments, because that'll pop your algorithm. And if you guys are doing it for each other, right? Community drives growth. It'll help people out. So the first strategy was if somebody DMs you. The second one is somebody follows you. And if you haven't talked to somebody in a long time, just start off with hey, I apologize. I'm not sure when you started following me, but I was checking my stuff and I realized I didn't say hello to you, which is going to a party and not shaking hands with the host. I am so sorry. I was curious, was it the hair? Or was it my smile? Was it my accent? Right? If you guys have accents, just call that shit out. Was it my eyebrow? I forgot to pluck it? Or was it the content that made you want to follow me? Something funny, right? For me, I'll either crack a joke or I'll say, hey, were you just here for the content or are you looking to make more sales? Because both of those I can use for my advantage. So another sorting question could be hey, are you just here looking at pretty houses or are you guys thinking about moving into the area? Hey, are you just here looking at pretty houses or has something changed in your life recently where you're thinking about moving into the area? are moving out of the area, are upgrading, downgrading, right? Do you guys see how just sorting questions allow you to get a lot of traction?
So I have a client, well, not a client. I had a person
Who's
that
Who's talking? Who's
it's
talking?
me, Caroline.
It's me. It's me. There's 33 people on the call. It's me.
It's me, Caroline.
Caroline, what's up, my girl?
So I had a follower that reached out to me on a house that I was promoting,
Okay.
and she was asking me some information. She's relocating. I gave her the information on the house, and what was her time frame for moving and everything, but then she didn't respond again.
Oh my
So I'm
God.
not sure
Let's
how
kill
to.
her.
Yeah, I don't know how to revive the conversation without being again touching on the same thing.
Well, you gave her information. She doesn't need you anymore.
Oh, I gave her information on that house, but
Right.
not on. Yeah.
But she doesn't need you anymore. Because what if that house isn't what she wants? She sees you as a representative for what?
The seller?
That house.
Uh-huh.
So if that house doesn't interest her, why is she going to talk to you?
Well, I did tell her that because I know that when I gave her information on that house, and based on where she told me she was relocating, she gave me 2 different cities, and I told her, San Antonio was better because it was closer, and I told her I would be more than happy.
Why is it better?
It's closer because she
Closer
said
to
she
what?
wants to be closer to where she's relocating. Well, where her work is
Why
at.
Why does she want to be closer to where her work is?
Why does she want to be closer to where her work is?
Yeah, why?
Because she doesn't want to deal with the commute time.
Did
She doesn't want to be 3 hours away.
Did she say that?
I don't remember.
Okay. Assumptions kill deals. Hey, why is it important for you to be closer to your work, Caroline?
Do you want me to answer that?
Sure. The next question you could say is, are you currently where you're at right now in San Francisco? Do you have a long commute? Yeah. How long is your commute? 45 minutes. Each way or total? No, that's each way with no traffic. Oh. So has that had any effect on your quality of life? Yes. So when you buy your next home, are you looking for something that has a higher quality of life? Yes. And is commute time part of that quality of life? Yeah. Hey, game plan frame.
Makes sense.
The house isn't important. Rambo, how many houses have you sold? You probably have sold more than it's probably a bad question to ask you, but you've probably sold more than what it is. But have you guys done open houses where people come in and then they don't buy the open house?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how many people buy the house that they see on the internet from you?
I haven't had one client who reached out to me on a video, bought the same house.
Well, thank God you answered that one correctly. Okay. I couldn't have set you up. I'll send you a $10 Venmo tomorrow. You guys, you have to think about this. They don't know what they need or want. They haven't gone through the process. They don't know what a catalyst home is. We send them all this information on what? The property. What does every other agent do?
The same?
And so if everybody does the same thing, why should they talk to you?
Right.
Does that land? Did that plane land for anybody? That was an old school Boeing plane. That's not the new school where the doors are flying off, you guys. Like, we don't want to build the plane while it's midair. We don't want to be tightening bolts while it's in the middle of a flight cycle, all right? Like, I fly a lot. It's nerve-wracking getting on flights nowadays. I'm like, how old is this plane? 18. Oh, this is good. It might not be luxurious, but I'm sure the doors are going to be fine. When was this plane built? Last year? Like, can I get a delay, please? Like, did somebody check the doors, the locks, right? Because what happens? Everybody's trying to build the plane while it's taking off in turbulence. The biggest tip I can give everybody, like the biggest tip I can give you guys, think about what everybody else does and stop doing it. Like, if everybody else is rushing to give information, let's slow down and ask, why do they want that information? Right? Like, there's a brand new person here a couple days into the program. They had a lot of good questions, like good questions. And so I said, hold on, why are you asking that? Excuse me. Why are you asking that? Here's a little bit of information. Is that what you're looking for in your world? Yes. I'm asking because of this. Here's a little nugget of information, because they don't need too much, because information doesn't create clarity. Clarity creates clarity. We think more information creates more clarity. That's the salesperson being salesy. Questions and them answering allows for you to respond in an appropriate manner. So when they ask you for information, hey, what's the commute time on that? Oh, I could totally get that for you. Where do you work at? Okay, why is the commute time so important to you? Is your commute not like, if somebody asks a question around commute, is it possible that their current commute time isn't super great?
Yeah.
Or could it also be possible that they live in a small city and now they're moving to a big city and they're scared of what commute times are because people say big cities have a lot of commute? I don't know. It could be all of the above. So when we are making assumptions of why that person doesn't respond to us, it's because we didn't give them a reason to respond. It's our fault, but here's how you fix it. You want to know how to fix it?
Yeah.
Okay. How long has it been?
A couple of weeks.
Cool.
Probably 2.
Hey, Susie, did you buy something or are you guys still looking? Sound familiar?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, did you buy something or are you still possibly looking? Oh, we're still possibly looking. And I was curious because I was looking at the script. Not the script. I was looking at the messages and I didn't ask this question, but you said commute time's important to you. I was just wondering why that's important to you. I'm going to go into voice memo here. I'm not going to go into typing. I'm going to go into voice. I was wondering why that's important to you. And I was wondering, like, what are the other features or, like locations, situation things that are important to you as well? I'm going to give her I'm going to give her 2 things to answer. She's probably going to answer more of the second one than the first one. Why?
Did you say something with voice? Did you say that you were sending this through text or through voice? I didn't catch that.
I'm gonna hit her with voice memos.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right? Like, I don't like going back and forth over and over and over again with a bunch of voice, with a bunch of texts. I was gonna see if that guy's responded to me yet. Normally responds pretty quick. Remind me before this call's over. Let's see if he responds. And then you got to have a format. So I track, my primary is friends and clients. So you guys, my clients, are all in my primary inbox, right? Prospects go into the general until you become a primary. And then I just tell my team, stay out of my primary and just go work the general. There's not really a better way to track it. If you want to get really gangster with it, you have like an Excel spreadsheet, or you can put in your CRM. It's just easier to do an Excel spreadsheet, like the people you reach out to and like what day of the week you're reaching out to them, so that you can follow up with them 3 days, 2, 3, 4, 5 times in that week, and then start over on Monday, start over on Tuesday. And then at the end of each month, you can go back and do like one big sweep of everybody that you reached out to just kind of bump it up. And I just drop a bunch of memes. Like memes work the best. I like to drop ghosting memes. I like to drop Homer Simpson disappearing into like bushes. Like, I'm not super cool. I just like to be super dorky. And some of it works and some of it doesn't. And So what? And also like dropping content in there that you think they might like as well, to give them a little bit of true value. Video works really well too, but if you leave a video, they don't know how to respond to you. So like, hey, I'm just dropping you a video. You don't have to respond with video. A voice or a text is fine. But I just wanted to show you, like, you know, I'm not an AI bot, right? And then you say exactly what you would always say. It's always the same thing. What's the why? What's the what behind the why? Oh, that's too funny. I would go to y'all. It don't matter. Nobody reaches out to their followers. When you guys follow somebody, they don't reach out to you. When you get followers, you don't reach out to them. I don't know why y'all want followers when you don't talk to them. It's just a vanity metric at this point. I'm telling you guys, we did all of our sales for the most part last year. I did all of my sales off of Instagram. I can't run an ad for the life of me. You put a gun to my head and say, Vic, run an ad, I'd say, just shoot me now. You got to study YouTube and figure out all the algorithms. No. I'll pull the trigger for you. I didn't get into business to run ads. Are you guys out of your effing minds? Sitting through Cody's shit like you guys actually did a single thing last week with Cody's YouTube. Don't you? I will come over there and beat you over the head with the freaking stick. You guys were like me. I have no idea what you said, Cody. That sounded great. Not a single one of us should be running our own ads. Maybe one of us at this group. You're crazy to go up against those big dollars. Companies that all day long, they focus on taking your money and beating you out and studying ads. Like, you're crazy. That's a full-time job. But some of y'all want to dabble with everything and be a professional at nothing. That's cool. That's up to you. But I don't want to dabble. I just want to be really good at one thing. What else do we got? Look, I mentioned people shouldn't run ads. 2 people left. They got mad. What? Vic, how dare you say that? I've been running ads for 3 months. I got 17 leads. Did you call them? No, but they were super good leads. I gave you their name and number. Okay. How many sales did you make with those leads? None. Why not? I don't know what to say. Cool. Keep running leads, spending money. What else? Everything relies back on the same thing. Everything drops back to the overarching goal. Everything drops back to the overarching goal. Everything drops back to, can we trust base open them? Sorting question, like the thank you, the acknowledgement. It's different on a DM than it is on an outbound call, right? Hey, thanks for following me, right? I'm not going to say, hey, thanks for reaching out on an outbound call. That's just not my style, right? I'm just not going to. But DMs are different. They're more personal. Instagram's more personal. TikTok is more personal, right? So then it's okay. Hey, I just want to thank you. It's like, to me, like a new follower is like it's like, you know, not saying hi to the host. I just wanted to virtually handshake you. That's your reason why you're messaging them. But I was curious, was it the hair? Was it the glasses? Was it the style? Was it the, like, whatever? Or was it the content, right? Or if you have a big move-in market, something around moving, or the content. Was it, are you guys thinking about moving in the area, or was it was it content you guys thinking about moving in the area? Especially because you guys can see half the people, their profiles are private. So you can see half the people, you can see where they live, you can see what their lives are up to, right? So you can get into a little bit of personalization. All right, questions?
Hey, I did have a question for you, Vic.
Yo, hit me.
You said earlier you rattled off some numbers, like with percentages on like close rate. So I was just gonna say, do you have some target standard numbers like that you can give me for me to just kind of measure up against? Oh, okay, those are your numbers.
Those are my numbers. I know that if we reach out to about 150 people, we have
like in a prospecting call session. You mean?
No, I'm talking through the DMs.
Well, okay.
So if I cold DM If I cold DM 150 followers in a day, you
Uh-huh.
probably have to break it up into like 20, 20, 20, 20. So let's just say 20 per day while you're warming up your account because you don't want to blow your account up. So if I reach out to 20 a day, that's about 100 per week. You should have somewhere in the realm of 15 to 30 responses. That's my take. Now, realtors are a tougher crowd, and you guys get spammed a lot, and you guys don't like responding to people for some weird reason because, I don't know, picking up your phone seems scary. Getting paid seems even scarier. So, like, realtors just don't pick up their phone or respond to DMs or have any sort of actual communication with human beings outside of their drip system and their email, which is, I don't know why, but that's what it seems to be. Because I've called realtors from like 9 different numbers, and lo and behold, like, just don't pick up any of them, even payphones. They don't even answer payphones, Edwin. I mean, I know. It's like tough. So that's what I find. Somewhere between 15 to 20-ish, 25% will pick up. Corey, is this therapy for Vikram? I just want to let you guys know, everybody complains, well, people don't pick up the phone. I don't care about the people that don't pick up the phone. I care about the 20 that do. Because everybody has the same problem. Nobody picks up the phone. It's been like that since 1999 when I started selling real estate. And so nobody picks up the phone. And all I care about is what we do with the people who do pick up the phone. And the skill is in who's calling me.
So what's your rate of people when you're calling them? Like what's your pickup rate and appointment, or I guess response rate or contact rate?
I don't make a bunch of calls, so I don't know our numbers. I'd have to check, but again,
do you have a standard for us though?
I wouldn't worry about my numbers, and I wouldn't worry about the groups. I'd worry about your numbers.
Yeah.
So what I would do, Mashoud, is I would have, you got a team, right?
Yeah.
So what I would do is I'd have one guy call 8 to 10, one guy call 9 to 11, one guy call 11 to 1, one guy call 1 to 3, one guy call 3 to 5, and one guy call 5 to 7. And I'd do that for a whole week. And I would track how many calls they're doing, conversations they're having, like pickups, conversations, right? And I would just say, cool. And you do it for 5 days, right? You'll start to see what's the best times. And then you also see who falls off, because here's what happens: when the later in the day, the less you do. So like, I'd rather have a lower pickup rate, but know that I got it done from 8 to 10, 8 to 11 every morning, than have a high pickup rate from 5 to 7. Because what happens at 5 o'clock?
Dinner, kids, everything.
Showings.
Yeah.
People want to see houses. So you're not going to do 5 to 7. Right? You're just not, because you're busy, especially right now in this market, right? The spring market, you guys aren't going to do it. And then wintertime comes around, oh, it's too dark. Summertime comes around, oh, it's too hot. Like, agents got the worst excuses, and they got so many of them. It's just like, I got a whole list of limiting beliefs of agents. I got like 75 on there now. Every day I add 3 more. You guys are good at coming up with shit to stay stuck. Like, it's good. You guys are talented. If you put that much energy into like just learning what to say, you make more money. Gonzalo Santos. Si, senor.
Sorry, I was late for the meeting, but I just hear so
$7. Could somebody charge him $7 before we allow him to raise his hand next time? What's up, buddy?
So if someone starts following me, do I need to reply right away and say, hey, thanks for following me? What is the reason you start following me? Did you start following me because of my accent or something like that? And then start the conversation?
100%. Yes, of course. Where are you from?
Mexico.
Did you follow me because of my beautiful Mexican accent, or was it something in the content? Now, depending on how political and how funny you are, like if I was Canadian and I had somebody from the US follow me, y'all know the joke I'm running with that one. Y'all know the joke I'm running with that one. Like, it's just too funny and obvious. Like, but again, I'm also going to look at their profile before I drop a bunch of jokes, because their profile will tell you whether or not they're going to be open to it or not. But then at the same time, I also don't really care, because like I'm not here for everybody. I'm here for me. And so like those that don't like, that's okay. I work with people I don't like. They're jokes. I'm not here because of your jokes. I'm here because I feel you provide value. So I say these things because take it with a grain of salt, but Gonzalo, dude, 100%, bro. So like, hey, did you follow me because of my great American accents? Or, right? Or was it something in the content? Now, if you get like somebody like me, right? Now, this is racy. This is racy. Where do you sell? I'll tell you if it's even going to fly. Where do you sell?
And Chilliwack, BC, Canada.
What's the political climate up there? Oh, you're in Canada. You're not even in the U.S.
Yeah.
So you got. Oh my God, I would have so much fun. Oh my God, a Mexican in Canada. Oh God, are you following me to report me to ICE, or did you like the content? Too soon? Okay, fine. Canceled. Vikram's canceled. Everybody go home. But that's just my humor, you guys. Like shit don't bug me. Like shit just don't bug me. So I would look at their profile, and if I got something that I could be humorous with, I would. If not, I wouldn't do it. I would just be like, did you follow me because of my accent, or was there something about my content that made you want to reach out? And that's the safe bet. Like nobody's gonna get upset at that one. But I'm not always here to make friends. Helpful?
Yeah, thanks.
You guys play in your own sandbox is what I'll tell you. Play in your own sandbox, and there's plenty of people in your sandbox that want to play with you. Find your sandbox, and see what works. Chance, what's up?
So if I wanted to like take what you were saying and do 20 DMs per day, 100 per week, and do the tracking on that, most of my followers, I would say, are people that know me. I don't have a ton of like people that just follow me for the real estate stuff yet. So what would you suggest, sending just a random DM to those followers to start the conversation?
Let's think about that one. So we have, what's your Chance Instagram?
Chance the Realtor AZ.
AZ, right? Chance the Realtor AZ. So, well, one is we don't have a ton of content right now. So one, we don't have a ton of content, right, around real estate. Just so you guys know, these kind of generic stuff, they're more feed fillers than actual things. I bet you this one did well. I bet you this one did well. I bet you this one where you're in it did well. Family always does well, right? So 53, 82, 22, 11, 5. Nobody loves a PSA. 13, right? So like find out what's actually working. 11, 6, 20. People like the price point. So find out what's working. Getting pre-approved 5, 2, 600, 500, 7. So your highest view is the one where you talked about a specific neighborhood and a price. 737. Again, 5 bedrooms, pool, spa, right? So that's one thing. So your followers. So all these people,
For the most part, yes.
So obviously you have a lot of realtors on here.
Yeah.
But like Josh is a buddy, I assume.
Old coworker. Yep.
Where'd you work with him at?
Apple Store.
Okay. Josh, what's up, man? Long time no talk. How's your Android? Because here's what's going to happen. He's going to come back to your page and see you're doing what? You're selling real estate.
Mhm.
He's going to be like, oh, dude, the Android's great, but I had to blow it up in a special ops mission. I'm like, oh, shit, dude. Well, I could sell you an Apple phone or a house. Which one would be better? Just throw shit out in the sky and see whatever works.
Okay.
Right? You're just lobbing stuff out with people, right? But you know these people, right? You have a relationship with them. So like Shayla, you can't win if you don't play. She's helping her daughter with Girl Scout cookies. I don't know. I'm an asshole. Hey, did you hit your goals helping the community get more diabetes, or did you guys raise enough money for the Girl Scouts? I don't know. That's the shit that comes out of my mouth. Hey, did you guys hit the goal for your Girl Scout cookies, or what's going on over there? What are you guys raising money for? Right? Just little things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys all know people. I'd go to ChatGPT. I'd copy this. What is WRAP up a deal? Were you a rapper at one point?
No, it's a play on words because of Chance the Rapper.
Oh, yeah.
That's where Chance the Realtor comes from. So
Yeah.
rap.
Got it. Does your demographic know who Chance the Realtor is? Chance the Rapper is?
I mean, I would assume so.
I'm 43.
My age group, for sure.
I'm 43. I'd probably fit into your demographic really well. Have a job, make money, and could buy a house in Arizona that's worth a good deal of change. I don't know who Chance the Realtor is, and I looked at that. I'm like, I'm sure there's a reason behind it, but I don't know what it is. So, who have you sold to in the past? And this is where your ideal avatar comes in. These comments, you guys are out of control today in the comment section. That's what I would do. What are your guys' thoughts? Rambo, what are your thoughts?
With the name or in general on the profile?
I don't know. You have your hand up, so I don't know what you wanted to talk about.
No, I want to talk about I don't want to take any more time, but I have a quick question for you as a DM response. So I just now got a DM, somebody saying that, hey, I want to sell my home in Cedar Park, Texas. Can you please let me know how much commission you charge for listing the house? So that's the DM. So that's their.
Do you guys see the views on this? 61K, 24, 68, 25, 54, 36, 62, 37. Do you guys see this view counts?
Don't jinx it, Vikram.
Yeah, no, it's not. You did it. You can't. You're on fire. You're doing great. Oh yeah, of course. You talked about Indian food in a fucking school, like, of course.
Exactly. Niche. Find your niche.
Do you guys see how niching is so important? So, Chance, just throw shit at the wall. You know these people, right? Make it a little fun, right? And see, again, you're probably not going to get everybody to respond, but if you guys got 3 to 5 responses a day, it's more than what you've gotten all year. So, like, stop going for perfection. Just go to do. Like, it's crazy. Well, I only got 1 response. How many did you get last week? 0? It's 100% improvement. Why are you mad at me? How much time did you put in? 37 minutes? I needed the other 19. Why? Focus on the one that you got.
I have a quick question.
He said, I just want to know your commission.
Yes, that's all he mentioned. So how do I take him into game plan saying softly, like, let's talk about commission later. How can I help you sell your home, get a better number or something like that? What would be your quick response be on that?
I would probably just go right, because you're already stacking it. He's already stacked you up against the wall with a gun to your head.
Mm-hmm.
So you can only go up from here, but you can't really go down, because if you say your commission, you're screwed.
Yep.
Because he's going to say, oh, that is too much money, and then you're going to be battling. Because once once commissions are talked about, like once sales prices are talking about, everything after that is sales. Before sales pricing is talked about or numbers are talked about, everything is discovery. So right now you need to keep him in discovery for longer, right? You need to figure out his situation, what his goals are, right? And so I would just be like, what's his name?
Karthik.
Karthik. Gotta love our people. I'd be like, hey, Karthik, I appreciate you reaching out to me. I was just curious. I had a couple of questions. I was curious. And then we could talk about, different options that we have available based off of your goals. Would that be helpful? Like, I guess, are you opposed to doing that as a next step? Voice memo.
Okay.
Right? Or, bro, send a video.
Yep.
Like, go suit up and get in front of one of your houses. Are you doing any videos today?
No. Oh, actually, I'm doing one. I'm doing a pre-drive all video for a client.
Well, there you go. Do it there. Hey, Karthik, I just got your message. I'm actually shooting content right now. But I was just curious, like, commissions and pricing and things like that typically depend on market dynamics, pricing strategies, and your goals. It probably would be easier for us to either sit down in person or jam on the phone for a minute just to see if what we do would even be beneficial for you. What's a good number or time that I can call you back? You guys want to say hi to Cody's parents? Come here, guys. Come here. Say hi.
Hola.
Hey,
Hola.
Say hi.
how are you doing?
Those are some of our clients. That's
awesome.
Yeah, Cody's parents are in town. What's up, guys?
Yeah, what? Let's
Awesome.
go.
I thought you guys were out.
Good to see you.
Out doing other fun stuff.
You want to show us that this office?
Yeah.
This is looking good.
Well, yeah, half of them are your lights.
Ciao.
Just stay at home and don't come back. Rambo, helpful?
Yes, sir.
All right, you guys. Well, we completely went off the railroad tracks today. So I'm going to charge you guys all extra since you made me actually use my brain. If you're not sending DMs and you guys have 100 people, you're crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy. If you're not creating content, like I just want to show this to you guys real quick. Because the first thing I did when I met Rambo, I was like, dude, is this dude creating content? And he was like, holy crap. Like, right there. The honesty. Hang 10 for 30 seconds. Cody, hang 10 for like 30. Hang 10 for 30 seconds. I'm just wrapping up.
Yeah.
Okay. So like he gave the pros and the cons, the honesty right there. Hey, the closet is a little bit smaller and I give all the pros and cons. He's sending people to his YouTube video. So he knows his demographic, multiple generational suite downstairs. So, and then you could put one upstairs as well. Force the conversation. What would you choose? And then what is it? More details. More look. Holy shit! Like look at like everything. More details.
Man, that's the bread and butter right there, Rambo. You got it.
Right? There you go. Like this wasn't hard. This is all ChatGPT. If it's not, you can put this all into ChatGPT, right? No area, just one of most sought after communities. Drop them more in the comments for exclusive insights. You guys, it's not hard. He was on camera for 10 seconds, 20 seconds out of the 30, out of the minute and a half. Always got the headband on. Just
Yeah. You do the text overlay by yourself and the edit by yourself, Rambo? A couple of us are asking me this now.
No, all good. I
stuff.
just do everything in CapCut. I got more seasoned now, but it was a little frightening in the beginning. But after you do a few of them, it goes really fast. It already has an option that it will put the emojis on the text and everything.
Oh, okay.
For the edits, do
That's
you just
awesome,
pretty
man.
much do 2x speed for all of your
3x.
3x?
So I know exactly how much a house should take, like 3 minutes 25 seconds ish, depending upon how big the house is. And I take my intro and outro out and put everything else on 3x. So you need to try it a few times to understand exactly when to slow down so that the 3x doesn't feel like rushed through the house. So I walk through the transitions fast and slow down in the rooms. Again, I'm happy to help anyone. Reach out to me, DM me on my Instagram.
Yeah, you guys, power of community, super sick. So you guys totally stole and hijacked my call today. So you guys should work with each other inside a school to talk about this. And you guys can help each other out because everybody's got the same questions. But the one reason Rambo's here is even with all the leads that he's generating, you still need to know how to do what at the back end, y'all. Have the conversations with the humans. I know you can't even have a dope ass channel. Oh, here's the crazy thing 2,400 followers. His average view on his content is 5,000 plus at this point. It's not about how many people you have, it's what you do with the people you have. I will see you all later. Have an amazing day.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. Good work. yes, then you go to the next level. That's it, man. So that's kind of how I like to triage, and it works fairly well with people. And my show rate's been fairly